There you go. Okay, giving you guys game sounds.
Wait, go for the draft overlay. You're in the wrong one there, pal. Number 2. Draft. There you go.
Got it.
Well done.
Got it.
So this is actually the battle for 3rd versus 4th place. GEST is just about to wrap up, and there's only 2 series left. The best of 3 here for 3rd/4th place, and then the grand finals of IG versus DK is the best of 5 that will be coming up on Sunday night, I believe. So this is a big matchup. 4th place gets nothing. 3rd place gets $1,000. So this is the difference between money and none.
Oh, well, always money. But Newbee, this is the one they got knocked down by DK, right? Yeah, I think this is the one they lost to DK yesterday, if I'm not wrong.
No. Newbee lost to DK, yes, and LGD lost to IG.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so
Yes.
yeah, it's a DK-IG final, which hasn't happened yet.
5 seconds remaining.
Right? Yeah, and the 4th place right now. Newbee, I think they're clear favorites to
Reserve
take this
time.
one. LGD have not been looking too hot as of late.
Yep.
They're not bad by any means, but compared to Newbee, who has taken games off DK, as well as IG themselves, I think Newbee are very far ahead, and that's what the bets say as well. You guys crazy on the bets, 89 to 11%.
Dire team ban.
Some
Yeah.
crazy odds right there. I think the value bet still lies in LGD. LGD might pull something spectacular.
Yeah, LGD is sort of in a weird place right now. They play pretty solid Dota, but they seem to have trouble sealing the deal. I got to
Radiant team
cast them
ban.
versus IG yesterday, and IG took it 2-0, but they were both very close games. The first one in particular was a pretty intense stalemate. Lin was on a super stacked Ember Spirit, ended up with a Rapier, and they still couldn't make it happen. So we'll actually
Dire
see Newbee
team
go ahead and
ban.
ban out the Ember Spirit here with their 4th ban. A little bit of respect coming out, perhaps. We will get to see the elusive Enchantress, though. In Western Dota, she is almost always banned out in the 1st or 2nd ban, so we'll see how LGD utilizes the Sproinkmaster.
Alright, so
10
you guys are
seconds
saying that
remaining.
I'm too soft? Am I too soft?
Yeah, your mic is not positioned quite right here, pal.
Dire team pick.
There is something like that. It might be a little better, huh? How's
Okay.
that? Give us a check 1, 2.
Alright, check 1, 2.
Yeah,
guys,
look
do
at
I sound
that.
better? Is Andrew still too loud? I'm not sure, but yeah, let us know in the chat below. Hey, rhyming. But we have LGD Gaming. They pick up they ban out the standard stuff, Lycan and Doombringer. The Faceless Void. I told you, you don't give away Faceless Void. I think it should be a rule now among all the teams. If you
10
give away
seconds
Bat Rider,
remaining.
you don't give away Faceless Void.
Yeah.
Because the Bat Rider,
5
he makes you get out of
seconds
position.
remaining.
And out of position is not where you want to be against a Faceless Void. And
Reserve time.
Naga as well. Naga does set up some pretty sick ultimates combo up together. I mean, Disruptor's Static Storm can cause some big trouble with Naga's ulti. And Naga in general is just annoying to deal with. And in response, Newbee ban out Ember, they ban out PA. 2 very strong strong heroes that Newbee like to run. Slark, on the other hand, is getting hard countered here by this
Radiant
Disruptor.
team
And now
pick.
with a Lion, I don't know, LGD seem to be picking up a lot of squishies. Here and there, so maybe some burst coming out. We could see a Tinker, but I don't think it's the Chinese way to run Tinker. So at least they got some semblance of their souls remaining.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Newbee opting for the 2nd pick Disruptor, I think you're right. That's a direct response to the Slark because Newbee have actually been 2nd picking Void a time or 2. They really do value that hero quite a bit. And I'm
10
almost
seconds remaining.
surprised to see the Disruptor picked up here because I'm not so sure LGD would have straight banned him
5
out.
seconds
Naga was also
remaining.
left in the pool, and neither team opting
Viper.
to play her. She was 4th banned.
Dire
And yeah,
team
Viper
pick.
the 3rd pick for Newbee. So
Yeah, Viper, very tanky, kind of mid-roll hero that is very strong against squishies. Very strong against squishies. The corrosive skin is just really tough. And the higher levels corrosive skin makes him more resistant to magic damage, so Lion might suffer a little bit. And when you try and gank him, at the very least, even if the Viper goes down, you take nearly half your health points in damage. And yeah, one of the
10
negative
seconds
effects of playing
remaining.
a squishy hero. And when you land it on the Slark, Viper Strike does
5
slow the
seconds
Slark
remaining.
pretty absurdly. Because you can't dispel it with your Dark Pack. And poison in
Reserve
general, I
time.
don't think can be dispelled by Slark. So it's just very annoying if Slark tries to chase down the Viper, he's slowed down, he takes damage over time, and it might just make his heal less efficient. So
yeah.
I think it's a pretty clever pickup here. It'll be annoying in the mid lane. And one thing I want to talk about the Slark, actually, it's a good counter to POTM, or the Potom, because you can't leap away from Pounce.
Yep.
And the thing is, you can leap away from Kinetic Field, so that's good.
Yeah. And Brewmaster, the
Radiant team
fourth
pick.
choice here for LGD, so looks like that will be their mid hero most likely. Actually, I'm not sure how they'll lane this. LGD, I always have trouble guessing who's going to play what and how they're going to lane it, because they seem a little more unpredictable, but I reckon that's your Rabbit hero there, and it'll probably be Lin on the position 1 Slark. I feel like this Enchantress has to get a lot done. If this Enchantress on LGD has a successful early game, maybe get some successful ganks in the first few levels, then things will bode well, but if her first few
10
ganks
seconds
don't work
remaining.
out, I worry a little bit, because I
5
don't know, this
seconds
Newbie draft is
5
just
seconds
very
remaining.
snowbally so far, though. We'll see what they do with this 4th pick.
Yeah, Disruptor, Bat Rider can really catch
Reserve
heroes out of
time.
position. I'm not sure about picking up a Brewmaster against Disruptor, to be honest. You get Glimpse, you get Silence. Well, it makes Disruptor just value again. Against Slark and Brewmaster, he's the go-to hero apart from Skywrath, I assume. But Disruptor is still pretty strong, so
Yeah.
I don't know about the Brewmaster pick here. It could be ill-advised. On the other hand, Viper is just gonna clown on you in the mid lane as well, so
Yeah.
I don't know about it. It's gonna be tough for him in the early stages, and it's gonna be tough on him in the
Dire
late game.
team
And this
ban.
is Bristleback coming in from Newbee, so they're just gonna play the run at you strategy, get Bat Rider to pull some important heroes, and the rest of you guys, you have to do residual damage from Viper and Bristleback. If you don't want to fight, you're coming back in. Disruptor's gonna rope you back into the fight, so
10
it's gonna be
seconds
tough.
remaining.
Yeah.
I think Newbee have some pretty brawler type heroes
5
being picked up
seconds
right
remaining.
now. And
Yeah.
LGD, they need to find a way to circumvent this
Radiant
early
team
aggression.
ban.
Yeah, I like this Newbie draft. Sort of curious how they will set up these lanes. Bat Rider, probably the offlaner. Is this a potentially position 1 Bristleback here? I think it almost has to be based on how this draft is coming out. They'll need their second support with this
10
last pick.
seconds.
Yeah, they could
remaining.
greed it out with a Bat Rider jungle, but I
Yeah.
think it's going to be an
Dire
aggressive tri-lane
team pick.
Bristleback, most likely. It can
Okay.
be an aggressive tri-lane Bristleback. It can be a safe lane farm. Bat Rider doesn't do too well against Slark, though, because Bat Rider's napalm can just be dispelled by Slark. So, I don't think it's that great. But
Yeah. Well, I guess LGD could be putting Slark in the offlane here. Dire offlane for Slark is difficult, but if they're anticipating
10
aggro
seconds
try, like you
remaining.
said, he will have a good time against Bat Rider, so it could work out pretty well. Also, if Enchantress wants to try to jungle
5 seconds
aggressively
remaining.
here, if they do put Slark in the offlane, they could give that Bat Rider a run for his money. But whoa, the Horn
Radiant
Master
team
here.
pick.
Magnus, the 5th pick for LGD.
that is new.
Yeah, this is much different. I have not seen them run Magnus recently.
I've not seen anyone run Magnus recently, apart from maybe Alliance, even Alliance.
Yeah,
And all right, here to wrap it up,
Dire
make
team
their I think they're following the same team. I mean, just run at you with the frost armor. You kind of evade it. The chain frost is just, and you can't run from fights. Chain frost is really a problem. And the disruptor, the dream of course would be the kinetic field on heroes and the chain frost fall with the hero stuck within. About the Magnus, I'm not sure whether he can actually get up in time. That's the problem. It's a Yao Magnus though, and that's what I'm excited about. Yao Magnus, famous hero for himself. The thing is, Magnus getting his levels now with a Lich. It's a I don't know. It's a safe farming Slark. So Rabbit takes up the Slark, so it's a safe farming
Yeah.
one. Lin is the offlaner, right? Is he the offlaner or the mid? I
L-
can't remember.
They definitely do change it around, but last I saw it was. How were they doing this yesterday? They kept rotating around. Rabbit was going mid quite a bit. Lin tended to play the
Prepare
position
for
1, and Yao was
battle.
playing the off lane usually. But
Okay.
like I said, it varies from game to game depending on what heroes they have.
Okay, it's a mid mag. No, it's an offlane mag.
Yeah.
Offlane mag. Wards on him. I think so. Alright, so we're gonna run through the teams. I'll go with LGD. You can take Newbee. It'll be LGD Yao playing the middle Magnus. It'll be DDC on his Lion. It will be Enchantress played by DD. We'll have Lin on that. Brewmaster and Rabbit gonna wrap up the lineup with Slark. So it looks like they are gonna just try and establish some control in the jungle first. Not really sure where their lanes are gonna be. It looks to be an aggressive tri-lane. They want to dodge this aggressive tri-lane coming out from Newbee. We'll see. Alright, Newbee, it's all yours.
Yep. And Yao poking his way into the jungle. Looks like he won't get caught as Newbie do a bit of an invade. It will be Zhao 8 playing
30
on the
seconds
Bristleback.
to battle.
Hal will take the Viper, probably towards the mid lane here. Mu going to be on the Bat Rider. San Shang will be playing on the Disruptor. And last but not least, we've got Banana playing on the support Lich. So I'm actually curious how they will lane this. Mu is usually their mid hero, but mid Bat Rider definitely leaves something to be desired, though. It seems like Newbee will actually roll the dice and go for it here. So it's a 2-1-2. Zhao 8 and Banana up in the top lane. The Disruptor and Viper down here in
The
the safe lane.
battle
And yep, Bat will be
begins.
stationed in the mid. Interesting.
Okay, so it's a mid Bat Rider, like you said. It's gonna be against a Brewmaster, so it's a pretty okay matchup. I fixed the overlay, guys. I did a little bit of, who was it? Was it Mott? I'm not sure who does the overlay mistakes from time to time. But
Mott does mess up overlays from time to time, that is true.
yeah, okay. So Lich is gonna deny one creep from the middle lane, and they put Lin there to suffer the mid lane. It's gonna be a little bit scary if he's not careful, but I think his Thunderclap, he does a bit better than Magnus, I guess. Brewmaster shouldn't be too badly matched against a Bat Rider, but then again, Yao does have to deal with a Bristleback, so I think it's the lesser of two evils. Both of them are no fun for melee heroes. So
Yeah, I think Lin will probably rush a stick down here pretty quickly. It is
free mana.
instrumental against the Bat Rider, yeah, and he probably would have picked one up had they assumed Bat would go mid, but I think they were guessing it would be the Viper. So Hal should have a pretty good time farming down bottom. Enchantress is jungling aggressively here. DD is already rotating around, has picked himself up a Centaur, and will make this kind of a true tri-lane as he pokes into the lane and makes things more difficult for Viper. Hal not off to a great start here, has yet to actually pick up a last hit on one of these creeps.
Yeah. Speaking of aggressive tri-lanes, I'm actually very surprised that LGD decide to run aggressive against a Viper. It's gonna be kind of scary, and now, yeah, right, we see TP reactions up top. Rabbit says, alright, we're going up. They were expecting the aggressive tri-lane, I think, from Newbee, and decided to dodge, but in the end they realized, not a good idea. Slug is better suited for dealing with Bristleback, I think. And yeah, they're gonna send Magnus into the jungle. Is he gonna stack up? I'm not sure. DDC, they still leave the Enchantress here, so very interesting rotation
yeah,
so far. They're gonna try and gank. Nope. Level 1 Earth Spike, you're not even gonna try.
Yeah.
Not gonna work at all.
Yeah, Xiao Weight's already level 3, has that first point in Bristleback, which makes him quite a bit tankier compared to a level 1 Bristleback, as it were, without that extra survivability. So this is definitely odd. This is turning into an off-lane Enchantress. Not in the jungle, up against a solo Viper. This is all sorts of weird. Yao now TP's down bottom, so it will be an off-lane Magnus. Enchantress will sprint back to the dire jungle, it looks like.
Don't want to waste any
and
XP.
yeah, they will do kind of move this tri-lane up to the safe lane for the dire to
Hasted Lich.
pressure Bristle.
Yeah, it's a hasted Lich, so gotta be a little bit careful here. The Brewmaster does need to be a little bit. And the Magic Stick has not picked up yet, so Lin is really losing out on all this free mana and health. Could really be capitalizing on that free stuff. But Rabbit, it's gonna have a little bit of a tussle with Xiao 8. I don't think Xiao 8's gonna die at this point. He has gotten too much in this lane. And Rabbit's just gonna be very, very pressured here now that the Lich has come up top. Level 1 Frost Blast, but all the same, it does a lot of damage to a lowly frog. Ice Frog really doesn't apply in real life.
And even though Rabbit has spent some time running around, he has found a home in the top lane and is still the last hit leader, only up by 1, but still finding some CS. The mid lane appears to be pretty even. Lin and Move trading kind of blow for blow here, within 1 or 2 CS of each other. Brewmaster has not picked up the Magic Stick yet, and maybe it's coming on the courier now. Nope, just going for boots. I'm really surprised Lin is not getting a stick here. It is just...
Frost Blast on DDC again. Be very careful. The Ursa creep just clap the ground. It's not gonna cause him too much problems for now. It's just gonna clap because he senses a lot of heroes in the area, so he gets a little bit mad, like, get off my lawn, and just slaps the ground. But other than that, it's looking okay. The Viper is down to half health. He's running out of regen. Yao himself has managed to salve up, and there's the Satyr regen for him as well. Now they spit at him, doing some damage. There's, oh, nice little Sonic Boom coming out, damaging both heroes just slightly. I don't think Hao will get any solo kills here while he's level 3, but he can actually put the Viper in a little bit of jeopardy if he gets lucky. But Disruptor is level 2, so not too much he can really do. He takes more Satyr Blast on the bottom lane. Yao, on the other hand, takes a Thunder Strike, so it's going to be a little bit annoyed. But Lin, middle lane, 14 last hits to the Bat Rider's 18 and 19, so not the best. And I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, they actually got a kill.
Yep. Slug connected with the pounce, and line followed up with the Hex Earth Spike. Only 1 point in each, but they had enough CCs to bring him down. The Bristleback was walking around a little bit low on HP, trying to save that healing salve, and just underestimated that damage output.
Yeah, but alright, Xiao 8 beats the first blood, and that's gonna be really good, especially with Rabbit picking that up. He has his poor man shield now, and he's very close to level 6. Once he gets that level 6, he will actually be able to heal up all the damage he takes from the BB, and actually be able to stay in lane, and maybe Lion can roam off after a while and do his own stuff. So, good kill there by Xiao8. Sorry for missing that, guys. But it was an old pounce impale and attack, apparently. So, well, Lin in the middle lane, he's 19 and 6, level 5 now, but a hit is level 6. So I think it's a good timing if the Lion wants to come on in with a smoke maybe, or they TP into the tier 2 and wrap around. You could get a Hex as well as Brewmaster ulti off. I think that's an easy kickoff as well. So LGD could look to snowball to a very quick early start, but we'll see. Hao has gone for 3 points in poison attack, so no corrosive skin right now, not fearing any early aggression, so don't want to waste any points in that. You already see DDC going in with the Enchantress. They're going to smoke up together with the Tomato as well as the Dark Scroll, and they're just going to wrap around to middle lane. But that Rider has started his pulling of the big camps, and he's going to get another one. So triple pull here in the Radiant jungle.
Yeah.
And he is going to look pretty good.
Yep, good news for the Bat Rider. That's one of the problems with Bat in the mid lane is he doesn't farm as quickly as he does actually if he just goes off lane in jungle. So having those stacks to retreat to, he's on par for a pretty timely Blink Dagger. 700 gold up already, only on brown boots, but if he stops off for the Tranquils, I think he should be able to grab a Blink Dagger by the 10-minute mark or so.
Gets he gets the skewer there on Sansheng. One more right click, he will bring him down, but Yao will pay with his life. So Magnus gets a kill on the off lane disruptor. The safe lane disruptor. Viper gets a return kill on the mag. A good kill for Viper, but it's a bigger kill for Yao, I think.
Up top, LGD diving the tower. DD and DDC wrapping around. They find Banana. He gets turned into a fish. You get a stun from the Centaur. The Tomato coming in as well. Lich falls. And they won't find Zhao 8, but LGD get another kill up on the board.
Rabbit is taking a little bit too many quills to the behind. He has to leap away right now. He will. And he will survive. The stick charges as well as Slot's passive regen. Gonna bring him back up, and they might go back in. You might want to wait for those quills to wear off, buddy. And he will. Yeah, Xiao still has frost armor. I don't think you want to try anything fancy at this point, but glad to see we caught those kills. And they realized with this sentry ward there isn't anything behind, and now Slot might go in for the pounce. Yeah, Slot will go in for the pounce now. Xiao in trouble. Oh, the pounce misses. So that's that. Your chance is over. Time to back off. Don't really want to be diving on Bristlebacks.
Down bottom, Hao in trouble. They'll be able to finish him off. Primal split used. Really unnecessary. They kind of waste that cooldown, but still find a kill on the Viper. And LGD starting to gain some momentum here. 4-1. Though Newbee actually still holding on to a golden experience advantage. So even though LGD are finding some kills, Newbee are just finding better farm in every single lane. Looking at the last hits, their 3 cores are still top in the charts.
Yeah, but the thing about LGD is they have sort of very high cooldown ultimates, and you don't want to be holding on to those ultimates for too long. The same thing goes for Finger of Death. It's like a Midas. You don't want to hold off to the cooldown for too long. You want to use it as quick as possible. The Finger of Death is the biggest point here. It has a 160-second cooldown, nearly 3 minutes. You just want to blow it as fast as possible, so that you get some cooldown, you can use it for another kill, because it does 600 magical damage.
Glimpse down bottom onto Yao. He'll get caught by the Disruptor. Hao does have a Viper Strike available, but oh wow, he whiffed the RP. That was
RP to save his life. Alright, so yeah, like I said, these are big cooldown ultimates, and they don't really have the power to fight that much at the start. So if you can get it in the 6-minute mark, you won't be fighting at the 6-minute mark. So you just use a solo ulti like the Brewmaster did, just to get a kill. It's worth it. Later on, it might not be. Even now, if he gets a solo kill with an RP, it's worth it. Finger of Death is the same thing. But when you get to that stage where you start getting team fights, that's when, well, you don't really want to blow these ultimates on just a support. Maybe you want to get it behind, onto a carry and get a tower after that. That's when you really want to get those. But other than that, I think the Brewmaster ultimate wasn't that wasted, unless it was him being really low on health or something like that.
Yep. And everyone else just goes back to farming here. Hao working on a mech and about halfway to the recipe, so pretty standard stuff from the Viper, but he is finding decent farm. Bat Rider, he should be pretty damn close to that Blink Dagger now, and yep, he'll clear out that big stack here in the jungle, and he's got plenty of gold for it. So we're looking at a 9-minute, 30-second Blink Dagger, and just on brown boots, but actually we'll be able to grab his Tranquils here in just a moment. So great news for Newbee.
Yeah.
The Bat Rider is a force to be reckoned with here.
Yeah, this is when the pain starts. You really have to be on the ball with your map awareness and positioning. Brewmaster gets his Blink Dagger as well, so it's kind of a Blink Dagger off, and both of them get it at the same time. So very skilled mids, both sides, and well, we'll see what they can make out of this. Yeah. Like I told you, Primal Split is back up again.
Yeah, I know I mentioned it once or twice already, but I'm still just shocked that this Brewmaster hasn't picked up a magic stick. I could understand if you didn't upgrade it to a wand, but that is a value 200 gold right there. And still just hanging out on Bottle, Brown Boots, and Blink Dagger. And speaking of Blinks, now Brew will have some initiation power as well. DDC on the line is now level 5, and DD on the Enchantress level 5 as well, with 3 points in the Untouchable. So we've got a tanky Enchantress on our hands. She will smoke up alongside Lyn, but not much for them to initiate upon up here in the top lane. It will be a 4-hero rotation for both sides into the opponent's off lane. And they will press forward. Maybe we'll see some tower exchanging here. Moo looking for initiation, but won't find it as Magnus is way back near that tier 2 tower.
Yeah. So Lyn as well. There. They got an armor Wilkin. Okay, the Wilkin dies now. But it's gonna be a trade of a tier 1. I don't think that LGD can come back and defend in time. They could. It takes a little bit longer for Newbee to take down this tier 1. But as a result, I think they should just try and get a greedy 2 kills on this tier 2 here.
Actually, they're pushing pretty similarly. Newbee is going to knock this tower down just about the same time. Dire will pop the glyph, and that will tip the scales a bit.
They want to save this. The Brewmaster's coming in.
There's an RP available.
Yao. Oh, they missed the clap. Okay, so they're going to lose the
bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, but the glimpse on the Brew. He does have a primal split here. Pops it straight away. He goes in onto Hao. Viper Strike does come out onto one of the pandas. Yao coming in, thinking about the RP, but doesn't find the opening he's looking for. And Zhao 8 just laying into these Brew spirits.
He's gonna back off. I don't think they kill him, so they might not want to dive here. Moon still has a blink as well as a lasso. Want to be very careful with that. Brewmaster gets out of there. He blinks as his Earth Spirit crumbles into the dust, and they want to take another tower. They know that the Brewmaster ult is down, that the glyph is down, and Enchantress. Well, here comes your Bat Rider. He's gonna blink forward. No, he's gonna blink to the side. Yeah, he will find the Lion, but the Lion actually gets the impale off first. So there will not be a Bat Rider gank from this side. But his blink dagger comes off in 1 second. He's gonna blink it now. He grabs the Magnus. Magnus in trouble. He's gonna be pulling him right in. If he doesn't kill him in time, well, easy pickings for him. They go in with a clap finger of them right in the face of the bristleback. The silence comes out, but it doesn't really hit on anyone. Impetus does land. They actually drag the Brewmaster back in. Banana gets a double kill. The Impetus going onto Sunshine, looking for a kill. Will get Banana instead. Oh, slow him down with the Frost Armor, but Slark leaps forward. The Dark Pack will find that kill. Moo, he's about to get his Blink Dagger, gets earned up. It doesn't cancel his dagger. He has to be careful. Oh, Dark Pack, don't let him go. Impetus lacks him once. Rabbit has to run out of here right now. Blink Dagger is ready for the Bat Rider, and I don't think he wants to push the issue. Will he? Will he? No.
He's thinking about it.
The sneaky Napalm just too good at messing with turn rates, so the supports will not be able to catch up. Newbee get 3 kills, and LGD still have their 7. So still in the lead, I think. Slark is now the top CS and top net worth. Yao does have his Invis rune ready. No, yeah, he has his Invis rune ready, and he's gonna try and get a Blink Dagger as soon as possible. So I suppose he's going up top, find a Bristleback, and that was a very good Finger of Death as well, right at the front. So the Bristleback didn't block any of it, and he just got brought down. Oh, they solo RP onto Xiao 8. Xiao 8 in trouble. The Slug misses his pounce. Please disband Rabbit. And oh man, that was a huge miss. RP spent. It would have been a free kill for themselves, but in the end, whiffs it completely, and that gank goes south. And meanwhile, we see Brewmaster here, DDC as well on the Lion, just camping in the back lines. We have Banana, 60 seconds to that chain for Sunshine, ultimate up and ready. How? Viper Strike, Mechanism all ready as well. And Slark comes in, they're gonna go in, blink, clap, primal split, and there we go. There's a nice silence, but too late, a little bit too late for them. It does deny a lot of area for entry here in this engagement. Brewmaster, he does zone the rest of the supports out, and now Xiao 8 gonna get stunned by the boulder. There's your pounce, finally landing the money pounce. Actually, the glimpse saving the Magnus there. And Brewmaster back in his normal form. Viper still taking a spin, his head in the clouds. DDC gonna be running away. He hacks us up. Moo's in trouble. Earth Spike as well. Rabbit, he gets Viper Strike across the skin, misses another pounce. Rabbit, please! And a clap, actually a little bit too slow. DD still healing up. He's probably gonna go down to this Bat Rider. The Firefly ends, but the Ice Blast from the low ground. Lich will take him down, and it's 4 and 8, so it's Enchantress for a Bristleback. All in all, I still think it's a pretty good trade for LGD here. So they're doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good, but they might take a tower as a result of this loss. Oh man.
Yep. Just a 1-for-1, but a couple of misplays on both sides. That glimpse in particular, saving the Magnus, that would have been an easy 2-for-1 trade, and they'll glimpse him back once more, but this time he'll be able to skewer away. And this elusive Magnus will get chased down. Moo with the Firefly on, has a Blink Dagger in 5 seconds. Flame Break will knock Yao back, and now they should be able to secure this kill. 3 stacks of sticky napalm Courier comes by, but doesn't get picked off. A couple of shockwaves get thrown. Down goes the Magnus. Now the rest of the fight will start to break out. Finger of Death on Banana, and that'll secure that kill. Now Lin popping forward. Sansheng in big trouble.
On the Bat Rider. I don't know who's fighting who, who's ganking who. Pounce comes up. Moo might get a kill before that. No, he will not. Yeah, he will. But Rabbit getting a dominating and a double kill. LGD. I mean, they're coming out of these trades, man. They take 3 heroes for a Magnus as well as a Lion, and the Slug, their hard carry, getting a lot of farm. And Newbee, we said they're kind of run in your face kind of lineup, but these kind of strats have a lifespan. They run out of steam after a while unless you get a really good snowball going. And if the reverse is true, if you get crushed in your fights, then you become weaker and weaker, and in the end you're just throwing yourselves to die. So I don't know about this. They really need to stop taking those bad fights and diving behind the towers and not getting objectives. I mean, they've only gotten 1 tier 1 so far, and they've lost a lot of fights. The longer this drags, Yao will get his Blink Dagger, and once the Magnus gets his RP Blink, you can expect some big ultimates coming out from Yao.
Newbee will crew up his 5 in the mid lane. This tier 1 tower looks like it will take a fall. No defense from LGD, and even though Newbee are getting a little hyper-aggressive here and kind of overextending at times, they're still not giving up too much. LGD have a pretty minor lead here of about 1,500 gold in experience. Not too shabby, but certainly nothing insurmountable. And Newbee will just continue on with their pressure. They'll do a 5-man rotation up towards the top lane, and it looks like they do just want to finish off all of these outer towers.
Yeah, the tower here on the bottom lane, 600 health. Top lane tower has been brought down. The mid tower is still pretty healthy, about 1,000. So it looks like LGD want to change this fact. They're going to look to take a tier 1 for a tier 1 trade on their safe lane. All in all, I think LGD got there first, so they're going to take this tower earlier, and they might be able to port in time. How many people have TPs? Radiant structures are fortified. The Dire Glyph is available, so they might just glyph it up right now, or they may want to just keep Newbee there and just a little longer. TPing in here might be a little bit dangerous. Sansheng does have the glimpse available. They might not want to save it, and there's going to be TPs bought up. There's threats now. There's a Lion Blink Dagger as well. DDC has been playing amazing Lion so far. Gotten all those amazing fingers off as well as not dying. I think not dying as the Lion really helps because all that reliable gold from the gank really just starts to rack up. And Bat Rider was expecting some company.
Yeah. The Blink Dagger on DDC is pretty big. That gives LGD some great initiation power with that instant cast Hex. Still only 1 point in the fish, but still some nice long range way to start off these fights. Now, Newbee will do a 5-man smoke in the mid lane.
Yao, please.
And Yao,
Yao's going to see it, and he's
here.
going to run away. Now, Lasso. No, he skews him into the rush pit. Now, Yao, he's going to glimpse back and no! Gets dropped in. He drops an RP. Catches 2 there. The Brewmaster immediately pops his ultimate. The Static Storm goes down once again, late to the party. And Moo, his lasso is still available. He wants to catch it, but Rabbit's dropping really low. Here comes your Chain Frost Lion on the way out. But Bristleback once again in the sky, and the Lion will TP out in time. Banana actually got a double kill from that. The Brewmaster didn't really manage to do a lot. Now he gets pulled in by the lasso. The Viper Strike. The clap comes in. He's going to just port out. There's no stun, but there is from the Bat Rider. Just kidding. He goes down 9 and 12, and this time LGD on the poorer side of this trade. The Enchantress and Lion do get out of this, but they lose all 3 cores on their side. And, well, all in all, you could say Yao Magnus being a bit unfortunate once again, getting caught out. And he's gone really long without his blink now.
Yeah, that was just a little bit unlucky. He handled himself pretty well and did manage to land a 2-hero RP, bought himself some time. Lion secured the kill on the Disruptor, but the problem was Disruptor already dropped everything he needed to. Glimpse, Static Storm, and Kinetic Field had already come down, so sure you got a kill on the support, but the damage was already done, and there's certainly some other high-priority targets that the Lion could have focused down. And Newbee just looking strong all of a sudden, regaining some of that lost momentum as we move into the mid-game here, pressuring this tier 2 tower in the mid quite hard, though there is a glyph available, and now a Blink Dagger up on the Slark. LGD can certainly pose a defense here if they're so inclined. There's your glyph. Still no blink on the Magnus. Again, he doesn't have RP.
Oh, there's a blink from the Lion. He gets a 2-man Earth Spike. Do they want to continue though? Lin jumps in, drops the Thunderclap. Doesn't have his ultimate though. He gets glimpsed out. Rabbit, he pops his ultimate to save his own life. It will bring him back up to full health. They're still clicking away this tower. Do they get the deny? Yes, they do. DD with the big plays. And the pounce comes onto the pig. The Static Storm catches 3, but only traps Rabbit in there. He's really burning from that Static Storm. Lin's also caught in there. Is he gonna go for the clap? 15 seconds to his ultimate. Frost Blast looking for the Earner Shadows. DDC getting glimpsed back into Hell Zone. And bye-bye. He will try and turn around, but Napalm just sticking him where it matters, and now he will not be getting out there alive. DD is going to die. The Enchantress is not going to run away.
It's just a
despite the
disaster.
high levels of
They're focusing the wrong heroes here. They took down the Bristleback, which is great, and he does a lot of damage, but the Viper is the huge damage dealer right now.
I mean, there are too many targets to deal with this, and this is the brawler type of fight that we see
Radiant's top tower is
Newbee
under
drafted. The Lich
attack.
Frost Armor makes bursting down one of these targets really, really impossible, especially with the given lineup on LGD. And well, the biggest problem I think is Yao not having his dagger. I think that's the
That is a
biggest
big
issue
problem.
right now.
Yeah, that is a problem for sure. Though it won't be a problem for too much longer. About 300 gold, and he will have that mobility tool, which is good news. San Sheng on the Disruptor has his point booster and will be working towards an Ag Scepter slowly but surely. If Banana's going for an Ags on this Lich, he's actually not too far off the mark. Has an Ogre Club and already 2,500 gold, and he is sitting level 11. So the unlimited bouncing Chain Frost could actually be a reality in this game in a pretty timely manner. Mu on the Bat Rider has a Force Staff, and item progression all over the place for Newbee. But wow, look at LGD. They've got 3 Blink Daggers already, and they're going to have a 4th in just another minute or so.
Yeah, the XP and gold all favoring Newbee, but just a little bit. It's not too insurmountable, but it is a pretty
getting
big
there.
margin. So as a result, they're going to stack some Ancients, hopefully come back from this. There is a Magnus, so they can actually look to...
Yeah, the problem is
regain some
LGD aren't really in fighting shape right now. They can't really take these long, drawn-out skirmishes. They have decent farm, but almost all of their money is invested into Blink Daggers. They've got a Hand of Midas on Slark, and then it's just Blinks. No other core items besides that, no mechs, no point boosters. So if they get jumped on, that's basically a wasted item slot. If it gets disabled and you can't blink out and you get killed, that's 2,200 gold just down the dumper. So LGD, sure, they can take some fights if they get the jump and they can burst people down, but if Newbee can continue to find the initiation and also just draw out these fights, LGD just simply don't have the sustain. The mech alone from Newbee makes a world of difference in these team fights.
Yeah.
And now Bristle has a hooded Defiance.
Yao has a
so he's really tanking.
Magnus has a dagger now, so...
Yeah, 4 blinks.
Alright guys, I'm just really trying to use game 1 to tweak the camera stuff, because I know it's a real problem. And so hopefully when it's fixed, you'll get a proper camera movement, because we are using some extended vision
Dyer's
here
bottom
with the
tower
full
is under
screens and whatnot.
attack.
So sometimes the mouse flies out of the Dota range.
You got to use those arrow keys, dude.
Yeah. Arrow keys
what
look
is
a little
this
bit
shit?
bizarre. Oh, now Lin goes in. They hex up the Bat Rider. Bat Rider gets caught. Rabbit actually pounces onto him, but he gets silenced. His ass gets silenced. They're all stafooing right now. And Mu, he's dropping real low. The mechanism keeps him alive, and the Brewmaster's Fire Spirit goes down. The biggest DPS of that ultimate. And his range form, his Earth form is the only one left, and he will die in his ultimate. This is bad news, especially when you can get burst down through your ultimate. Viper Strike does work on the Earth Panda, so Viper pretty strong.
Radiant's top tower
And
is under
something we did not
attack.
really take into consideration as well. Bristleback could also do a lot of damage to that Brewmaster ultimate, and as a result, he went in alone. He just got blown up. They focused the spirits and just killed him out.
Yep.
And Roshan, well, gonna be done here. I'm not sure they can contest this. Yao does have his RP, so there could be some huge plays. Are we gonna see it in time? Oh, he's gonna spot out Magnus. This could be bad. If they blink and lasso him up, it's gonna be a real troublesome game for him.
The mech making all the difference right there. That's what kept Mu alive, and they've got it up already. With Bristleback, you can take out Roche pretty easily with that sticky nasal goo there, the viscous nasal goo, as it were. Stacking up that minus armor, but they will back out. They don't want to caught off guard. I think Newbee still could have taken a fight there, even with the RP up, knowing that Primal Split is down. That's a big part of the LGD damage. So that either way, they won't risk it, and they will back out and play it safe and go back to farming, at least temporarily here. Stationed about the high ground. I think they're anticipating LGD moving into the pit, but they move into the dire jungle, find a little bit of farm, and now they do a 5-man smoke rotation, and we could see a skirmish down here near the bottom rune.
Oh, they might just steal Roshan. Yeah, they're gonna steal Roshan. Now they gotta go. No, Magnus jumps in. He drops an RP only on the Shao 8. And once again, the counter initiation from the silence is gonna catch them. The Lion tries to throw enough spike, but Rabbit is too far gone. He's gonna take a lot of fire damage. He's gonna leap into the trees. Now he's getting spotted out, so no more regen for him. But he does have a blink dagger, so he gets himself out. This is fancy, but the Firefly, Batman, you can't run away from this guy. And he's gonna catch him. Oh, the Firefly does expire. They get the flame break onto him. The glimpse is here. The Dark Pack will not remove it. He's gonna try and bounce away, but he's on the high ground. He's spotted out. There's glimpse. Jump up there. Sansheng will get the last hit, and Kinetic Field makes sure he doesn't get out there alive. And
plus, he had no TP, so there was really no end game there. That was just trying to buy time for his team to maybe contest Roche. But now Newbee move into the pit. They will secure
They didn't
Roche.
even bother chasing the slot. Like, all right, let's just go into Roche,
the
man.
radiant.
You guys take care of the slot. And yeah, this is considering that LGD had a great early game. They had a great early game start over Newbee.
It was okay. I don't know if I would say great. They got a lot of kills, but they still got out-farmed in every single lane.
Yeah.
Newbee really... They overextended in a couple team fights, but LGD never really had control of the game, even though they did get some successful ganks. And now with all this gold going the way of Newbee, we'll see BOTs up on the Bat Rider, a full Ags complete on the Viper. He's getting pretty beefy and has the Aegis of the Immortal, of course, to boot. There's your Ag Scepter up on Lich, so we will see a limitless Chain Frost bouncing all over the place, and also increases your cast range, the damage, and I don't think it actually helps with the cooldown, but still... Lich will actually be doing a lot of damage in these upcoming team fights.
Oh, how? It's got its Aghanim Scepter now, so it's a Sniper Strike, no longer a Viper Strike. 900 range, 12-second cooldown. Can really just dish it out. And if Magnus is not careful and drops a Shockwave on a Viper, he could just find himself out of, well, you know, out of blinking, because you will not be able to blink if you get the corrosive skin DOT on you.
Radiant
If you hit
structures are
someone,
fortified.
if you hit Viper at all with the shockwave. So you've got to be very careful when throwing out your shockwaves to defend towers. You will not be able to counter initiate if that is the case. So I think this Viper pick in general has been very, very clever from Newbee.
Yep, working out quite well. He's the big damage dealer. If they can find some way to initiate on the Viper and bring him down early in the fights, it'll be a successful team fight for LGD, I think. But easier said than done, especially now that he's so tanky. He had a nice early mech, and he's just not easy to bring down. Now with the Aegis, LGD need to be very cautious in this next team fight that I'm sure Newbee will force out before too long. There is only one outer tower remaining for the Dire side. It is the tier 2 in the top lane. So that's probably the next target for Newbee. LGD have only managed to take down 2 towers, the tier 1s in the top and bottom. So even though they're Radiant, Newbee still have this core access point here in that tier 1 tower in the mid lane to get to the Roche pit. And yep, they'll just keep farming for now until they decide it's time to rotate up top.
They all have their ultimates, and we have the unlimited bounces on Lich now. So there's that. And if you're gonna set some ancient traps, that'll be fun.
Yep.
I like to see him set up some ancient traps.
How viable is that? I've
No,
heard
I don't
rumors
think
of
it
it.
is.
I don't think it's that great.
not
I think
that-
they at least fixed it so it doesn't blow up your speakers anymore. But
It'll be funny.
yeah, the problem is the opposition have to walk into the Ancients, which is...
You can bait them in there.
Yeah.
It is their ancients
Kinda.
after all, and if he walks in there and he takes like 7 chain frost to the face
Yeah.
and dies right away, you could have won yourself the game.
It is.
But
I haven't
it's
actually
gimmicky.
seen it in a game that I've cast, but we'll see. Maybe this is a possible game
It's
for it.
gimmicky.
Disruptor has also picked up his Ag Scepter now, so of course,
that's
Static Storm.
AoE Doom.
Yeah.
And his disruptor has been on the money.
Oh, wow. Moo actually misses the last one on DDC, but
never
now he'll
mind.
find DD. They glimpse back DDC, lasso on the Enchantress, and this is a disaster for LGD. Both of their supports take a tumble before the fight even starts, and now Newbee have a 5v3 on the field, and we'll see where they want to go, but I reckon it'll be for that top tier 2. And
Now, Slug trying to rat it up a little bit on the bottom lane. And he's trying to get a BKB. Not sure how much that'll do to him now that a Static Storm is available with Aghanims.
Radiant's
So the
bottom
disruptor
tower is
the disruptor
under
plays
attack.
from Sansheng has been phenomenal, to say the least. And he has only gotten 1 point in that disruptor ultimate. I think not really going for the damage, more for the silence, and doesn't really want the extra mana cost.
yeah, we've got Team Ags versus Team Blink here.
Radiant's
3 Ag
bottom
Scepters on
tower
Newbee
is
and
under
4
attack.
Blinks on LGD.
Dire's
And it
middle
looks like
tower
LGD
is
will
under
actually start
attack.
moving into a set of 4
Dire's
stabs. They've got 3
structures are
stabs of Wizardry.
fortified.
Suppose they could be Necro Books if they want to try to go all in with some push here, but either way, Newbee knocking on their front door. They force out the glyphs straight away. Tier 3 tower taking a lot of damage as Hal is just chunking it down, tanking
Radiant's
the tower
bottom
shots,
tower is
still
under
carrying the
Radiant's
Aegis of the
bottom
Immortal, so
tower.
not afraid to take
there's
a little
nice
bit of damage.
Blink skewer in here from on Xiao 8. Xiao 8 gets Earth Spike, but he's just so tanky here up to Chain Frost. Unlimited bounces, ladies and gentlemen. Is going to bounce in and out of the Brewmaster, and anyone near him is going to take a tumble. Nice Disruptor ultimate. Going to be completely not nice at all, but how? He's just standing in the middle of the fight. He still has Aegis. Have to remember this. Slark, the rabbit, is out of his BKB, and now he's just going to be spat on by the Viper. Good RP is going to catch all the targets here on Newbee. This is the Yao Magnus, we remember. Rabbit double kill. The Aegis respawn on Hao, but he is just going to get blown up again. He maybe takes Yao with him. Yep, he will, but Yao skewers him back as his last will, and they get 4 heroes down. Sansheng will TP out, but that was a huge defense there from LGD. Lin just getting off the ultimates. I think that was the Disruptor ultimate missing, and he just takes the
Dire's
shit
top tower is
as a
under
result
attack.
of his failure, and that really cost them. Newbee, they failed uphill push, they lose their Aegis, they lose all their core heroes. So
Yeah.
good defense
Radiant's
and Yao
middle
Magnus.
tower is under attack.
A good defense, but also just
Dire's
way
top
too aggressive
tower
from
is
Newbee.
under
Rabbit will
attack.
be able to grab this tier 1 tower in the mid in exchange. To be fair, they did skewer back Jiao late, so he didn't choose to dive into the
Radiant's
tier
middle
4s,
tower
but
has been
that's where the
denied.
fight kind of took place. It wasn't a bad chain frost from Lich, but the rest of Newbee just way overcommitted. They got stuck inside the base. Disruptor got a little scared and threw his ult down too early, perhaps anticipating the Magnus blink in with the reverse polarity, and did zone him out for the duration of that fight, but at least the beginning portion of that fight. But afterwards, the follow-up RP was just devastating. And Newbee are still in really great shape here. I think they still have
Yeah, they're still in great shape.
control
but
of this game,
It
but-
will shake them a bit, and I think LGD are semi back in this.
I think Newbee will probably just play a little passive here, wait out for second Roche, secure the pit, get the next Aegis, and then that'll be their golden ticket to try and do something like that again. Unless they can find some sort of successful team fight outside of the base, I think we're looking at a stalemate until next Roche here, Lysander.
Yeah, the Brewmaster about to get Zarganims as well, and Bristleback does a little bit of a cheeky deny of the tier 1 middle. It's not that big a deal, but it's still quite a deal. Rabbit does pick up a Basher now, so gonna start adding to his deeps as well as equipping a little bit of RNG on his side, see if he gets any lucky bashes on the first strike or two. And they're actually wandering in the enemy jungle. I'm not so sure about the cleverness of this. Oh, they're gonna find him! Xiao 8 caught by that newly placed Observer 1, now hexed up. There'll be no Bristleback for him. They're gonna chop him down, but instant response coming from his teammates. Rabbit gonna be on his way out. He's gonna leap away, Dark Pact it out, and just gonna pounce and blink away. I don't think Batrider can chase him down, and that's the wrong target to chase him. You can't catch the frog. Slug is gonna escape, and well, that was worth it. I mean, it made everyone panic, forced some rotation, didn't really lose anything. So all in all,
they were just trying to get a ward down, and they did achieve that goal. Bristleback, really the worst hero for them to bump into right there. Anyone else, and that would have been a pretty easy kill. Maybe the Viper would have been more difficult to bring down, but Bristle is just, he's too darn tanky right now. Only 1,300 hit points, but he has a Vanguard, a Plate Mail, and a Hooded Defiance. So spells aren't doing a hell of a lot. The right clicks aren't hurting him too much. So he is pretty tanky despite not having a huge HP pool. There will be a 4-hero smoke from Newbee rotating towards the top lane. Viper will start pressuring the creeps, and it appears that Newbee do want to take out this last remaining outer tower from LGD. Slark is starting to get scary, though. Rabbit looking pretty solid on the net worth. Tried about 15k compared to the 12 of Viper. So that Hand of Midas has really started to pay dividends here. And he will continue some of that Rat Dodo down in the bottom lane. The tier 2 tower has already fallen, so he will just pressure the lane a little bit. But Newbee, they are hungry for blood as they group up once more in the top lane.
they want to take a tier 2 tower, might as well clean it up, make it a perfect 3 while they're at it. And a little bit of a smoke here from LGD. They could get some good
Dire's
snipes.
top
If they
tower is under
do get the
attack.
blink hacks on key targets, this could end very poorly. A blink hex makes you converge, and the Magnus RP, the same concept coming all over again. Here comes Rabbit. He's gonna YOLO right in. He's got his BKB as well. Sunshine. Is he gonna drop his Static Storm? They're gonna focus him down. They don't want him to drop the Static Storm. He Static Storms a bunch of creeps. He has whiffed it. Sunshine does it once again. Messes it up. Rabbit on a killing spree. He's gonna get Viper Strike, but they're gonna be pushing back. The Brewmaster ultimate does spin a Batrider in the air. He does have his lasso, but he's back in. Now the RP catches both of the cores. Is there gonna be a skewer? Yes, skewer back into my homeland. He skewers the shortest distance possible. Xiao 8 still trying to lay down the D's on the Lion. The Lion's gonna run away. The impetus, is he gonna catch him in time? It will. The DDC Lion right click. More than enough to bring him down. And once again, Newbee lose 4. I told you they need the time. They just need a little bit of time to get that Blink Dagger. And Yao Magnus once again delivers with a fantastic RP. Just holding it. And I think this is really on Sunshine as well. He has gotten so many good Static Storms off, and this time he just whips it on creeps.
Yeah, I think it was just Newbee not expecting LGD wrapping around. A really smart heads-up play from LGD to smoke and do the wraparound and find the initiation. With those Blink Daggers, it's all about who gets the jump. If Newbee find the jump on them, they'll take the team fight. If LG get the jump on Newbee, then they'll probably take it. That seems to be the
Radiant's
recurring
top
theme of this
tower
match.
is under attack.
And I don't know, I think Newbee need to be a little bit less focused on the objectives, i.e. gearing for this tower and making sure they have eyes on their opposition and have some way to initiate or keep their counter-initiators in the back line. You are right, though. That Static Storm did leave something to be desired. Of course, the Brewmaster ultimate, once he's already in the split form, they can just walk right over that kinetic field, and the Static Storm doesn't really hurt him all that much. So, not ideal from San Sheng, and unfortunate the Lich got picked off first before he could get off the Chain Frost. 2 huge ultimates rendered pretty much ineffective that fight. But more importantly, it's about initiation. And if Newbee had a ward up on the high ground, or they had somebody sort of closer to the tree line to break a potential smoke, that would have been a completely different fight.
Well,
Second Roche has respawned, though.
Yo, well, I think no one was expecting this. I mean, a lot of rares are going to be lost if LGD actually win this best of 3 series. And Newbee, well, they do have a lineup that's pretty weak if this game does drag on. And Slark, in prolonged fights, he can't really take you down with the huge agility gain. He was at 13 steals at the end of that, so that's about 39 agility, which is the same amount of agility, nearly the same amount, 40, that a Tiro Blade gives. And now we can have a little bit of a bird's eye view here. You can see Newbee move, just hanging around the Bat Rider, looking for some key targets over here, and in general, just keeping tabs on the Roshan. And now the Slark blinks on in. Is he gonna steal it? No, he's not. The Static Storm is gonna stun him, but no! The Bat Rider actually pushes the Slark out of the Static Storm, so now they whipped it. Time to back off. Time to back off indeed. And Sunshine is just gonna just walk away and slap the Bat Rider at the back of the head. But they didn't lose too much from that. Luckily for them, they just wasn't stolen and wasn't sniped as well.
Yep.
But I'm surprised LGD didn't check the Roshan.
That was really risky from Slark. Even if he hopped in, if he had gotten the Aegis and the Roche kill, that's totally worth it. But just hopping in to snipe the Aegis, and then if they kill you afterwards,
it's good. You deny the Aegis, and you probably get out because you just jam your finger on a BKB.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it. And even
Well,
so,
they
he
have
had
the
buyback.
lasso, though, so
He had
even if he
buyback.
BKBs, that doesn't necessarily ensure his survival. But just a very risky play from Rabbit all around. Noble effort, though. Newbee get the last hit on Roche and the Aegis, and it does end up on the Viper, so they don't even do a panic, get it on a support. So good news for Newbee. They will maybe start to regain a little bit of momentum here. Golden Experience graphs are just about zeroed out, so they have lost a lot of the ground that they gained earlier on. Slark widening the gap between him and the leading farmers on the Radiant side. He will press forward here. Rabbit is the initiator, goes on to Moo, and does actually get a bash on him. In comes the RP, connects on 2. BKB popped by Slark. Moo and Banana both taking a lot of damage. Dark Pact will be enough to bring down the Bat Rider. Banana throws out the Chain Frost, and that's enough to secure the kill on the Magnus. Now Lich falls. It's a 1 for 2. Rabbit will get glimpsed and pounces back to safety for now. The sticky goo getting stacked up, and they won't chase.
Well, that was a pretty good RP again, once again from Yao. He does die. He's been dying a lot this game. 2 and
Radiant's
7,
top
but his
tower is
RPs
under
have been pretty
attack.
magical.
Radiant
And one thing as
structures
well,
are
the ultimates are just not coming off. The Chain Frost bounced into the BKB slot and just disappeared because that's they ran out of targets to bounce to, and the unlimited Chain Frosts haven't actually been working. I think that one fight in the base, it bounced to the BKB slot and just ended there. I think that was a big shame. A little bit of RNG fault there, but Sunshine now, he didn't have his Static Storm for that fight, so
Yeah.
that's how they lose all their heroes. And
Yeah,
as time passes,
the Ags upgrade for Lich is a little bit deceptive. The problem with Lich's ultimate isn't really the number of bounces. It's more the speed of the missile.
Yeah.
So even if it's bouncing at an infinite amount, you can still Delta Split pretty easily and stop it from going totally haywire. Where it really is powerful, as you mentioned earlier, is if Disruptor can land a 2 or 3 hero kinetic field, then you can't really Delta Split, and that ult's going to be bouncing around like crazy. So, you know, it's been working okay. At the very least, it forces LGD to be extra concerned about their positioning. So even if it doesn't do a lot of damage, doesn't secure the kills, it does still force them into a movement pattern they otherwise would be looking to avoid. So still has an impact for sure. And with that said, Hao actually has now picked up his Manta style. So still some item progression on the Radiant side, though things
Rabbit is
are
now
slowing
Ice
down.
Frog.
Rabbit is Ice Frog?
Yeah, Rabbit's Ice Frog.
How so? I don't get it.
Got Scotty.
Oh, there you go.
They skipped the Abyssal Blade, gone straight for stats, just bulk up. I mean, Newbee are running out of burst.
Yep.
And the tankier you get, the better. Abyssal Blade can wait, and if you win one more fight, it's Abyssal. So
Yeah, this Slark really is getting out of control. 10-3 and 8. And, down bottom, they'll initiate on to move. Finger of Death to start things off. Rabbit pops his
Again,
BKB, but now caught inside the kinetic field. Static Storm as the BKB on, just walks right through it. And one last Chain Frost will smack him in the face, but to little avail, and that will be another dead Bat Rider.
Sunshine has to be very careful. Oh no, he's out of his Static Storm as well. 69 seconds.
The
left on
bashes.
that. I mean, even without it's the Ice Frog. It's the Ice Frog. And, well, wicked sick. This could be a comeback for LGD. And again, he catches another support. First hit bash on Banana. That's another kill. Monster kill with a double kill for Rabbit and Newbee. Not looking too hot here. How? Drop the Viper Strike. They want to try and get it. The Brewmaster is back in here. This could be Stallsville. They're going to try and get it. Rabbit with the re-engagement. They're going to spin him up in the air. He says, okay, no, back off. Running out of mana. Don't really want to risk it. It's their arcane boots, is the question.
Radiant's
And they
top
popped the
tower
Brewmaster
is under
ultimate a
attack.
little bit early as a result. But Disruptor's down for another 19 seconds. Maybe to go for a tier 2, something more stickable.
Yeah, Newbee had so many opportunities in this game, and I think they still had a lot of chances, but now they've given LGD just too much room, and this Slark has really hit critical mass. Net worth-wise,
Radiant's
almost
middle
doubling
tower
the
has
Viper,
fallen.
maybe 80% up on him or so,
Oh,
and
they
they
gonna
just
catch
have no
Viper?
way to deal with him. How? No, won't get initiated on. Rabbit will just go to the creep
Rabbit's
wave,
got
and
22 agility stolen right now.
they'll clear out the last remaining outer tower, so...
No, 66 agility. He has got more than 2 Eagle songs worth of agility on him right now.
Yeah, he's pretty scary. And the bigger problem is Newbee just have no way to deal with it. Viper still has the Aegis, but it's about to get reclaimed.
They have no way of dealing with it fast. I think that's the problem. If they catch him out alone, they can kill him. But in a team fight, it just takes too damn long to kill him, and there's Yao Magnus to bail him out.
Yeah.
So it's just very terrible for him. And Rabbit's still holding on to his Hand of Midas, so his GPM just skyrocketing. He can pick up an Abyssal Blade now at the cost of buyback, so I'm thinking he doesn't want to do that for now. But 30 seconds left on that Aegis. I don't know. Newbee seems to be losing grip of this game.
Yeah, and smart item choices from LGD. 4 Blink Daggers, 3 Force Stabs, and now the Scotty. So they have a lot of positioning tools here. They've got the slow from Slark, and they can just scoot all over the place. Whoever gets Viper struck, there are more than enough Force Stabs to get them back out of harm's way. And as long as you survive the lasso from Batrider, again, there's that chain of Force Stabs to push whoever gets stunned up or caught way far out of position back to safety. Batrider will pick up the Black King bar now, so that is something. Some magic immunity for Moo. I don't know that it's enough, but at least something else they have in their
It'll
arsenal.
help, but it will not help against RFP.
Yeah.
So.
And Shiva's against or on
Yeah,
the,
so
the
I
bristle.
don't know why. I don't know why you would get a BKB. Dodge Hex, I guess. Oh, Lion.
Yeah, and the pounce. I mean, there
And
are some
Slark,
pound controls
Slark. Oh no, they actually get him. They get him without it. And now the Static Storm comes on top of him. There will not be any BKB. Just a solo Chain Frost. Like I said, they catch him alone, they kill him off. Monster kill on him. Didn't get the Dark Pack off in time. And as a result, he loses his life. And that's a big kill to get. Did he buy an Abyssal Blade? No, he did not. Still 4,800 gold on the Ice Frog. He will still be able to buy back. I think that's Newbee's aim right now, to pressure out the buyback and force it out so that he will be at risk of losing the game if he dies back from the buyout. So he has to be very careful here. 20 to 27, Banana, 8, 7, and 7 on his Lich, 4, 5, and 12 on the Disruptor. Both of them haven't really gotten any new items ever since their Ags.
Yeah, well, basically, as soon as I got the Ags is when Newbee just started losing map control and taking bad fights. They won't press forward, though, and they will not force the buyback out of Slark. So a nice kill, but the follow-up is just non-existent. They'll go back to farming and see if they can get their next round of items up. I think they're stalling for the next Roche, and we'll see before too long here what the RNG factor will be on this Roche respawn. For the sake of Newbee, I think they're hoping for a pretty short respawn here so they can grab the Aegis and cheese and
get out.
press forward.
But
yeah.
the chances of it happening before Slar revives is low. So I don't think they will actually get it in time. It'll still be up for grabs from both sides. It'll be fair game. And you can see out the buybacks over here. A lot of the Radiant heroes don't have buyback. Well, I guess it's a mix. 3 on each side.
Yeah.
Or do I not know how to count? 2
2
on red, 2 on Dire, 3 on Radiant. So Batrider doesn't have buyback. He just bought his new.
It is a fast Roche respawn here. Just about 30 seconds till Roche is coming up. Though LGD are already stationed around the pit. Both sides have wards kind of inbound, at least on near the pit outside. Dire on their side of the river and Radiant on theirs. So both sides have a little bit of intel about what's happening over here. Bristleback picks up a Basher. Interesting.
Gotta cave in some heads, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, need a lot of disable as much as they can because a lot of enemies are just TPing out from under their noses. So DDC sees that the big man is back. There is a cheese on this thing. And now the butterfly is available for Rabbit. He's gonna try and leap into the rush pit and probably solo Roche on his own.
He'll try at least. He's now
Doesn't
picked
have
up a butterfly.
space for Aegis.
This is a little risky though. Rabbit has now picked up the butterfly, and that means he
No
does
buyback.
not have buyback. And
What's he gonna sell? BKB?
well, you can't sell it, but yeah, you could throw the BKB away.
To be honest, I don't even think he needs
Basher, I don't know. This is
Maybe he stores the BKB for them. I don't know. But here comes the fight. Bat Rider blinks on in. He grabs DD, but instantly gets turned into a fish. Is there going to be a finger of death? There will be a finger of death, but blocked right away from a BKB. A very timely one as well. Moo's going to stand in there. The Static Storm is going to trap in the Brewmaster Spirits, but Rabbit is going to take a little bit of damage here from Static Storm. Taking a lot of damage, actually. Does he have in time? Does he escape in time? He leaps into the Rush Pit. Does he get out? The Bat Rider follows him down. That was a
Viper
huge
strike.
BKB disjoint here on the finger of death. And well, Yao still waiting for that opportunity to land that RP. I don't think he's going to be dropping it this fight. DD gonna run away the cocktail from the Bat Rider. Not enough to do the damage. 88 seconds on the sideline. Slark could be in a little bit of trouble. He might need to buy back if he wants to keep. He
can't. He just bought that butterfly. This is really bad for LGD. Now Newbee will secure third Roche. They'll get Aegis Cheese, and they can press forward. I don't know if they... Well, they have no confirmation that Slark doesn't have buyback. He didn't burn it, so he could still have it as far as they're concerned. Bristle will go back for the cheese, it looks like. Yep, he picks it up. And it is Hao that grabs the Aegis. So I think they should press forward here and try and force the buyback from their perspective, and they'll be happily surprised to see that Slark will be stuck in the grave for the duration of this timer.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking going for that butterfly. First of all, it takes up his last slot, so he will not have space for Aegis.
Yeah.
And second of all, it just...
The Abyssal seems like the obvious next step. The inventory slot is a big issue. But maybe Magnus can hold here. There is a glyph. They pop it straight away. As Newbee move up to the high ground, Yao looking for the opportunity to find that big blink RP.
Viper Illusion just gonna be there, harassing back all the blinkers, making sure they cannot blink, and they might lose a melee rack at the end of this. 25 seconds left on the Slark. They must know by now that Slark has no buyback, and they're gonna lose a melee rack here. Newbee takes the first melee rack, 46 minutes in, 20 seconds, and they want to go for more. They're not stopping there. They're pushing in bottom.
This is a little risky, going for this tier 3 bottom. I think once Slark comes up, they will back out. Maybe they'll chip at this tower, but no way they want to commit to a fight, knowing that Primal Split, Finger, as well as the RP are all still available. Just not a good recipe for a successful fight. They will do, well, maybe about 20% damage to the tower, so they get something out of it. They do burn a glyph of their own to secure a deny on this tier 2 tower up here in the top lane. Banana goes back to defend it, and hopefully he can get the deny here. That Siege Creep's still alive, chopping it down. Old Cardi doing some work. And yep, there you go. Does secure the deny. Nicely played, and well worth the glyph.
It's Cardus when it's on Dire.
Cardus?
Oh. Yeah, it's Cardus. Cardi is the good guy.
Oh,
Cardus is his evil twin.
Oh, that's my bad.
Yeah. Oh well.
The evil card.
Yeah, evil Cardus. But yeah, I don't know. LGD, I thought they won, but they want to throw as well. So we have got Beyond the Summit right here on the GoPro.
Yep, nothing but mountains.
Yeah.
So it's been an interesting game. A lot of momentum both ways.
And it's a best of 3, so it's not over yet. Even if they drop a game either side, and 23,000 for the slot here, and a lot of rares on the line.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's back. He does have his buyback, I think. No, he does not. He does not. He still needs about 200 gold, 200, 300 gold to get that buyback.
More like 700.
I guess.
The buyback status shows you just press I.
Really?
Yeah. The parentheses, that's the number of gold they need to until
With
they have
the
buyback.
extra gold. Okay, yeah, so they patch it up. So that's good.
Yeah.
Last hits, not really important at this point. Net worth. Not sure if you guys want to see the net worth more or the buyback statuses. I guess we can check on net worth for now. Buyback status. I guess it's reached the game where we can sit on buyback. I'll toggle between. But Banana, level 16 with Aghanims. So we really level 17 with Aghanims, so level 3 ultimate. Aegis reclaimed in 3 minutes, so they still got a little bit of time to waste here. LGD, they're not gonna fight into an Aegis, and well, Newbee need to fight into this with their Aegis.
Yes, absolutely. They've already got a lane of racks, so they can afford to be a little more passive, but I think they definitely want to do something with this Aegis other than just let it expire and sit back and farm. Brewmaster has now picked up an Assault Cuirass, so he's got a little extra armor for the team and makes them all hit a little bit harder. Other item progression here, Slark hasn't grabbed anything quite yet. Enchantress is, well, pretty much online now. Level 17, Ag Scepter, and a Mask of Madness, so...
Yeah, it's
DD
pretty late in the game. You should have all these items.
He can be chunking people down in these team fights with all that pure damage, and this is when Enchantress really starts to shine as a position 4, because in the late game, she can certainly hold her own.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Newbee smoked up, rotating through the Dire jungle. This is the opportunity they've been waiting for. And LGD, they're all spread out. They'll find the Enchantress first. Moo.
I'm not sure you want to get the Enchantress, though.
Firefly.
DD. Ah, gets the heal off. So this could be bad. He pops the Mask of Madness. He's gonna kill himself. And yeah, he's gonna run into a wall there. Right click on Shanxing. Shanxing drops the Gold Scepter, and there's gonna be killed there. Xiao 8 picks up an easy freebie on that Enchantress. Meanwhile, we have Slark there trying to cut the creep wave and stop a push from Newbee from happening. And I think he's doing a good job so far. He has attracted a little bit of attention towards himself. And he might run into a Bristleback. No, he will know. He'll slide down to the bottom lane, looks for the Bat Rider who has the boost of travel as well as Blink. It's gonna be tough to catch out this Bat Rider, but he's gonna try it.
Oh, Abyssal up on Xiao 8, though he may get sandwiched here. Rabbit blinks over, but doesn't initiate. They don't have eyes on the remaining members of Newbee, so they don't want to hop forward and bite off more than they can chew, especially with a 5v4 on the field. Enchantress still down for another 30 seconds. Invisibility rune here at the bottom position, but Newbee will actually just leave it for Moo. Yep, he picks it up straight away.
And he's going to look for targets. He has got a Gem of True Sight, and I don't believe the Dire have one. Yeah, Dire doesn't have a gem, so they will not see Moo coming. And if he gets some big pickoffs like Yao Mac, for example, could be pretty huge engine.
Yep. And now Newbee pressing forward. The Aegis is going to expire in about 30 seconds. So yeah, this is not ideal for Newbee. And even if they pick off the Slark, he will still have plenty of gold for it. So here we go, chipping at the tier 3 tower. Glyph coming up in just a few seconds.
Rabbit,
Moo off to
BKB.
the side. He grabs Yao. And down comes the Static Storm. Rabbit in big trouble. He can't get the BKB off. The kinetic field is too big. And he will survive, but just barely. Oh, wow. Magnus does fall, but he buys back.
Magnus buys back. Brewmaster keeps it up. Xiao 8 gonna be trapped up here for a while. The Boulder Toss is keeping away. Bat Rider gets flapped up into the sky. This is the time for the Magnus to drop some ultimate. Where is that Aegis? The Aegis is still in how? Magnus looking
About
for an
to
opening.
expire.
He gets caught. He gets caught. He has to be careful here. The Shiva's got the Yao. Gets sent back in there. He just RPs one target. This is not the way you want to do it. He skewers out. He's trying to get on that Xiao 8 Bristleback, but they're just diving in the towers now. So tanky
Dire
with a
structures
second
are
life as well.
fortified.
The Glyph is forced to pop here. The Dire are in dire straits. And, well, Lin goes in. He jumps in without his ultimate. The evasion's going to keep him alive for just a while more. The Earth Spike hits 3 of them. Sunshine gets caught there with the Gold Scepter. Gets 1 hit down. Rabbit stolen 10 charges off Essence Shift. 11, 13. Now double kill for Rabbit. He's stealing even more. 16, 17, 18, 19. He's got up to 60 agility right now. How is a fish, a dead fish indeed. He sleeps with the fishes. Rabbit with the unlimited bounces, but now he's in shadow form, so he will not be able to take the Lich bounce. And once again, they hold
Dire's
racks
bottom barracks
very
are under
successfully.
attack.
No, not so tanked to Yao's Magnus, but they take a lot of damage on their
Dire's
melee
middle
racks.
tower is
Not so
under
much on the
attack.
range, which will regenerate. The melee racks will regenerate. The range won't, but they didn't take any damage on that one. So, successful fight in general. They lost. They got a buyback from Magnus, but
Yeah, just one
won the
buyback,
fight.
but they will lose a tier 4 out of it, it looks like here. Yeah, it doesn't even get denied from
Dire's
DDC
middle
either. So
tower has
Newbee
fallen.
still find a pretty good trade. Even though LGD hang in there, Newbee are still in command. And actually that Aegis expiring worked out pretty well. Viper was at about 40% HP, and that regeneration rune you get when the Aegis expires topped him off to full health halfway through the fight, so he was able to go back in and get a lot more aggressive with another Viper strike.
yeah, and
Hanging around a little bit too long, perhaps, and letting LGD clean him up. I would give a lot of credit to that line for the Earth Spike. DDC,
yeah, that was a huge spike. And
set
for
the
a
whole
moment
thing
there,
up.
I got a little bit excited because I thought it was an AoE one.
yeah.
But I mean, take a look at his gold. It could be the dream soon.
Yeah, not too far away from the axe, about 1,200 gold to go or so. Buyback is what's really important here. So close to bringing down that Slark. It was great initiation from Sansheng. If they could have killed Slark and forced the buyback, that would have made that a truly successful fight. But unfortunately for Newbee, Slark did survive. He picks up an Abyssal Blade and still has another 4,000
Needs
gold to
treble,
spare.
I think.
Yeah, that'll be his next big item.
Well, one of the problems of relying on the Blink Dagger as the hard carry is you have to forfeit that slot for an item. So your damage output will never be the same as the 6-slotted carry, I guess.
Yeah.
But he stole a lot of agility that fight, so.
Yeah, I think new BKB and BOTs are going to be the next 2 upgrades for Slark, and he still has plenty of time to farm. We still need a lot of gold before we can grab all of those and have a comfortable amount for buyback. So still room for him to grow, and Newbee will be a little more defensive here. Roche, 4th Roche, will be coming
Oh,
up
they
in
were
a while.
looking to jump that Bat Rider.
It's a long respawn.
He was very fortunate there. Now they're gonna full retreat on. There's this observer ward just keeping tabs on thing.
Ooh,
DDC
MKB.
has that blink. He hacks us up. Xiao is now a fish. He's gonna be sleeping with them fishes very soon. But he is actually jumping. He gets the Abyssal Blade onto Rabbit. The solo ultimate onto the Slug here, but the Slug just too tanky for this nonsense. The glimpse back here from DD. The DD is gonna just strafe him out. Then puts us as the Mask of Madness, the Finger of Death. The Sunshine is down. Here comes your RP from Yao on the Magnus. Newbees losing Banana. They're losing Xiao 8 as well. The Bristleback is there. He managed to skewer back out to safety, but the Viper just laying down the deep. Rabbit is dominating though. There is buybacks from Shansheng. 68 seconds left. The Lich is still on that cooldown. DD getting slowed up here. Untouchable, not doing too much good for him. He's gonna get poisoned. He's gonna get brought down. The MKB and the Butterfly just doing work here for the Viper. He's starting to be quite the right-click menace. And the Slug actually forced to run away as a result there. Sunshine did buyback, so it's gonna be a little bit risky if he does die again. Bristleback, did he have buyback? Yeah, he didn't have buyback
Dire's
anyway.
middle tower is
And
under
the
attack.
Batrider has his money. All of them ready for the goal. Yeah, still got 1,500 gold. So Viper also has the option to go for another item, maybe go for boots of travels, but I guess he won't.
Yeah, I mean, pulling for buyback is pretty important at this stage, and Viper is the big damage source for Newbee. Generally not a super hard carry at this stage in the game, but farm has allowed him to be pretty scary with these right clicks. LGD just have to choose their initiation targets a little bit more wisely. Finding initiation onto Xiao 8 is just far from ideal. Even though Bristle is not the best late game hero, he's still just so damn tanky, and when he's running away, you're forced to hit his back. Just not where you want to be to start off the fight. Again, they finish off Disruptor, but he got the Static Storm, Kinetic Field, and Glimpse rotation down. He ended up buying back, but dropping the finger on a hero who's already dropped his full rotation is, I don't know. I think it's a little questionable, but I think they should try and focus their efforts on the Batrider and
kills, man.
the Viper in particular.
Lion gets an Eel Scepter, so no Acronyms, no Dream. But Eel Scepter is good. It's a good counter to Batrider. It's a good counter to Chain Frost.
And it's a really good counter to Disruptor because you can just use yourself when you get glimpsed and well,
No,
actually
no,
it
that
does glimpse
takes
you
you out.
afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does
even
take
if you're
you
there,
out.
it glimpses you after. I forgot about that. Yeah, I
You
saw
can
that
use
yesterday,
it.
but he had a BKB on as well. So strike it from the record. I'll redact it. You're right.
Yeah.
It's still okay against Disruptor though. Not the worst item, but yeah, it doesn't do much against the glimpse.
Well, now, let's see. Regeneration bottom for anyone that really wants it. Batrider.
And there is a fresh BKB up on Slark. He did just buy a new one, so still
He's
has
got all the
gold
money
for
in the
buyback.
world, though.
Yeah, he's pretty rich. Still doesn't have BOTs, but 10-second BKB could actually be pretty difficult in this next team fight.
Well, yeah. We'll have to see. The buyback statuses are looking pretty grim now. One on the Radiant, one on the Dire, and of course the Dire one big slot. The Radiant only having Lich available with buyback. Is it really the buyback? 2,000 gold?
Oh no, Newbee need to contest this. This is an easy roast for LGD.
Finally they get their
has
own
fallen
free
to the
cheese.
Dire.
Okay, Aegis goes to
Immortality.
the Enchantress, the cheese goes onto the Magnus, and well, I guess Slark doesn't really have to pick.
He doesn't have any item slots. I'm sure he'd love an Aegis, but what does he drop
At
here?
this point, you just collect money, I guess.
These are all big ticket items. The only thing you could afford to drop is the Blink Dagger, but you really need it to land those pounces. You need that in that mobility tool. Having 2 lives is useless if you can't find the initiations and make the getaways.
Oh, the 35 to 27, 58 minutes into this game, and it's only game 1 of this best of 3. I think we're gonna be here for quite a while.
Yep.
And Slark had a little bit of a tussle there with the Batrider. No lassos were spent, just the Firefly. And the Centaur Conqueror gonna lead the charge with the creep wave. Conquer! And he just keels over into the jungle there to die.
Yep, turning into kind of a stalemate here. Gold and experience pretty much zeroed out right now. Very small gold lead for LGD, but really doesn't matter at this point. It's all about the initiation. Who can catch who, and that really has just been the recurring theme of this game.
At this point, I think whoever wins a big fight is
Yep, that's pretty much it. Both sides can just completely truck the base, especially Newbee. There's only one tier 4 tower standing outside of the throne, so they don't even need the racks. If they take a good team fight, Newbee can just straight up push for the win. LGD will have to go through at least one lane of racks first, so that does give Newbee a little bit of a buffer, but at this point, the heroes are so big, the structures just melt under the pressure. So you're absolutely right. This is do or die time. BKB now up on the Magnus, so he's starting to tank up a bit more as well. That is
That
the
took a while.
third BKB on LGD. And yeah, I guess so.
He's 3 and 10.
At the buyback status, not a lot of them available. Only 3 buybacks here. The 2 big daddies, the Viper as well as the Slark, and the Lich had it, but now just picks up a 4-stab. So only 2 buybacks available. It will be LGD that get a little aggressive here. Kinetic Field comes down to delay the push. Rabbit, he just goes straight in.
Buyback status. Gonna see. It's only Slark and Viper, so 1 apiece. And Enchantress throws the spears from the low ground. They're trying to glimpse it. A BKB on Slark. He's gonna try and go in, but he BKBs and wastes it. He whiffs his BKB. That's a 10-second BKB.
Well, he uses it to stop the glimpse. So it wasn't a total whiff. It was purposeful, but
I guess the glimpse, he should have been glimpsed in first before jamming that BKB button. Then he can initiate quite properly. I don't know.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't know. He's tanky enough that he probably could have gotten glimpsed in and then popped the ultimate and been fine and saved the 10-second BKB, but just got a little nervous there and didn't want to get caught down. He does have buyback, but still, Slark taking a tumble is a one-way ticket for LGD to lose the next team fight. So I see why he's playing it safe there, being extra careful.
Well, he has he's been doing pretty okay this game. 3 minutes left on that Aegis. I really hope LGD makes something out of it and just not just sitting there and wasting that Aegis, that advantage they just so painstakingly gained. And I don't like looking at buyback status. There's nothing to look at. The net worth, that's fun. 35,000 for Slark, 27,000 for Viper, and 21,000 for Xiao8 on their Bristleback.
Yep. And yeah, I
He's
mean,
going for Heaven's Hill there as well.
The gold at this point is almost just the net worth is almost pointless because Slark has all this money. Like if you subtract the money he has, it's really not that big of a gap. Viper's only behind by about 2,000, and that's not a bad model given that Slark can't really buy anything else. BOTs are the only last upgrade, and now he could sell the power trades, get the BOTs, and have more than enough for buyback. And after that, I really don't know where you go from here. Butterfly, Scotty, Abyssal Blade, those are 3 of the most expensive items you can grab. BKB, a complete necessity.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were going to get rid of the Blink Dagger, I don't even know what you would replace it with at this point.
Maybe you just run at people.
Yeah, but I mean, what would you get instead of the Blink Dagger? Like an MKB or something? Or a
Yeah,
crit?
I guess that's okay.
Dire's
That's
middle
evasion coming
tower
out
is
here
under
on
attack.
Bristleback. Maybe.
Yeah, I think he's going for a Halberd, perhaps?
Yeah, probably a halberd.
And there is a Butterfly on the Viper, though. Keep in mind, there is Hex up on the Lion, which negates the evasion. So MKB, not a huge priority for Rabbit right now. And end of the day, he's not really right-clicking the Viper all that much. They're focusing down the other heroes a lot more and trying to isolate the Viper with the numbers battle. So
Chinese Dota, man. It's crossed an hour.
Yep. It sure has.
Draining games, and it's only game number 1. Slot level 25, the hero levels, 25, 25, 23, 23, 21, 21, 20, 19, 18, 18. So combo breaker. Slot going for some de-warding action. He's going to leap down to the low ground for Lion forces himself down. 1 minute left on that Aegis. Why are they not going? I think they're really wasting all that time. Enchantress could be a very good bait.
Yep. She's working on a BKB now as well. That will be... Is that the 5th BKB? Nope. DDC, the only one with not working towards a BKB yet, and that is the Lion, of course. So LGD going full magic immunity here. Only 2 Black King bars up on Newbee, actually. Viper as well as the Bat Rider, but not as crucial for the Radiant side. Aegis will expire, though, once again. And I think who's holding the cheese? Yeah, just the Magnus holding on to the cheese for now.
Well, it will help him stay alive a little bit more. I think that's what he needs. He needs to stay alive, survive the initial burst, pop the cheese, and then go for an RP.
Yep.
Well, the Viper just hanging around. 5 seconds left on that Aegis reclaiming. I don't know, I make up words.
Yeah. I mean, there's just only so much you can do with the Aegis at this point. It's on the Enchantress,
Link.
so you don't want to force anything.
How?
But,
Oh, no,
he'll just get glimpsed. Yeah, they're looking for an easy initiation, but Newbee won't hand it over to him. Maybe trying to bait out the BKB there. Worked last time. Worth the glimpse.
Yeah, it is. And Rabbit gonna be hitting away at this Viper Illusions. Viper Illusions do cause corrosive skin. If you guys missed the start of this, this is the GEST challenge. We have LGD versus Newbee for the 3rd, 4th position. There's money on the line here. Third gets something, fourth gets nothing.
Third gets
And
1,000, fourth gets 0.
Yeah,
So
nothing.
not a huge
as good.
purse, but still
Nice.
more than nothing. You know, it's you just want to go home with
And
something
it's
after a long
pride as well. You don't want to be
Yeah.
losing to LGD and team arguably below them.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know about arguably. I think Newbee are overall, like, if you look at the recent results, Newbee are definitely the stronger team here.
Yeah.
This game maybe
Roshan's
might
got a
not be
minute
quite
to
so
respond.
obvious, but yeah, Newbee are again are the heavy favorites. Something like 90-10 odds, something like
89
that.
to 11.
Yeah, 89-11. So
11% people feeling pretty happy. It looks like we need to go
Yeah.
pee, I think. Yeah? Brewmaster? He needs to go pee. He does give the equals.
Is that what that means? Is that slang for
No, it's
my
not.
bladder's going to explode?
No. Nope. It just means, like, I don't know. He's not too happy with the pause, I think. Or either that, he had some bug. Well, I just want to see this game conclude because, I don't know, it's dragged on for so long. It just shows a lot of inefficiency from both sides. Some throws from Newbee. Could have taken fights better and not just lasso any old how.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem here is that, like, both sides don't really have a typical late game lineup. You know, there's no Naga, there's no PL or Anti-Mage or some really awesome 6-slotted late game heroes. Slark is a carry, sure, and Viper is sort of a carry, but not those traditional hard carries. So now that we're in the late game, both teams are kind of caught in this weird,
Alright, G.
just this weird stalemate where
Yeah.
neither side really has any tools to break the base. There's
It's
no
down
real
to one fight now.
Yeah, there's no real pushing heroes here, and there isn't one side that has a really obvious late-game advantage in terms of raw hero picks. So we're caught in this stalemate where both sides are just waiting for the other to make a mistake, and
Man,
when
Gods
both
would
teams
have
have
loved
that,
to cast this game.
yeah, when both teams have that mentality, you just see them farming on their side of the map, and eventually somebody will make a mistake. The question is, who will it be,
I
and
think they're gonna
when
wait
will
for the
it be?
next Roshan.
will.
Please, LGD.
For sure, they'll be waiting for this next
It's Chinese
round.
Dota. God's probably wetting his bed right now if he's watching this game. But yeah, he loves them long games, man.
He sure
He
does.
has a little bit of a sadist streak in him.
He sure does. You know, I get tweets sometimes of people asking, why do you guys make Gods cast so much? He always has this ridiculous schedule. And I'm like, he's the one that makes the schedule. He does it to himself,
Yeah,
man.
he likes
That is one of his jobs. His sole the only one in charge of scheduling is David Parker. And to be fair, he gives himself the hardest schedule. But you're right, he is a little bit of a sadist when it comes to Dota casting. It's like a constant challenge of how he can push the boundaries of his sleep schedule.
Well, move. Hopefully they don't break for lunch and give out prizes again, like the last time.
Is that happened?
Remember we were casting that game?
Wait, which game were you
It was
talking?
Mars TV and they just stopped the game. ECL, I think. Yeah, they just stopped that game.
I don't think I was.
Oh
casting.
no, we're gonna have a big engagement. Here we go. Smoke Gang gonna climb up the high ground. This is a bad way to jump on the game. Bad Rider jumps right in. He's gonna pull on the Enchanters. Enchanters pop the BKB in time. All the BKBs are up. So where is the damage coming from? Sunshine gets a finger to the face. Is it gonna be enough? Slark gets Abyssal bladed up. There he goes. 9-second BKBs. They're gonna be a pulse finish off Sunshine. Finish him. He does get a fatality indeed. And the spin. Is there an RP? The RP catches How as well, shall it? The Chain Frost though.
He doesn't
will
RP.
blow him up. The stun from the Lion catches both of them, and now Slark just bashing away. He has the Abyssal Blade. He's just chopping away at the fish. How's the fish? Rabbit's dropping low. Rabbit's dropping really low. He does have 15 agility stolen. He's gonna die here. Is he gonna buy back into the match? Is the question. Now Xiao 8. He has dropped down really low, but he has so much armor on him. How many shields does he have? He has Shiva's Guard, he has Vanguard, he has Sorcuras. Now Lin gonna take a fall here. The Quill Spray is gonna bring him down. A very late buyback from Slark here. Could have been a lot earlier if he had. Well, I mean, if he had come back a lot earlier, he could have turned that around. I'm not so sure. He doesn't have travels on him, but he has 3,900 gold even after that buyback. And I'm not even sure they should have bought back. And, well, I think they paid a price there. I'm not sure that was a good fight for Newbee. It started off looking pretty good for LGD. The silence didn't catch anyone. And they got the BKBs off in time. They got the ultimates. They spin the Bat Rider. But now, well, a lot of buybacks have been expended.
Definitely a good team fight for Newbee. They came out to pretty obvious victors there, but the problem
Roshan's coming out.
is Magnus. He didn't use his RP. He didn't
didn't?
get his RP off.
Oh.
They killed him before he got it off. That was the
Oh,
big game
Donkey.
changer.
Rip.
Uh-oh.
Rip Donkey.
Donkey will get picked off. This is Roche number 6, I think. Number
5.
5.
I think. Number 5.
Third one with cheese. Yeah, that makes sense. Moo on the high ground. He will find Rabbit. In the lasso, brings
no,
it back
kill
down.
Rabbit. Oh
Kinetic
no, they are
field,
gonna
static
kill Rabbit.
storm,
Yeah,
and that's GG. Yeah, he's down for 2 minutes, and there's your RP finally, but too little, too late. BKBs are on, and just no follow-up damage. Actually, the Impetus chunking down the Batrider. He'll buy back now, but it's going to cost DD everything. He pops his BKB. Nature's Attendant's healing him up. He will force staff back, but Moo, he's back in the party. DD says, wait a second, I thought I just killed this guy. Yeah. And now he will fall. This is looking like game. I think Newbee will seal the deal after about 70 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, that was some pretty questionable plays. Brewmaster kill off Sunshine. He
Dyer's
does get a
bottom
kill
barracks are
along
under
with
attack.
Lion, and GG says GG! And they are going to GG out after 68 minutes,
Dyer's
69
bottom
minutes.
barracks are
Ah,
fallen.
69. But
Dyer's middle
Newbee,
towers
I don't know, that was
radiant
pretty
victory.
anticlimactic. I wouldn't say it's anticlimactic. It was pretty strong of a team fight. The final team fight was pretty strong here from Newbee. They had some very well coordinated fights. It's just, in the end, I think too tanky for the Slug to bring down. And his BKB, although he bought a new one, it got worn off really fast.